Hello and welcome to another gameplay review on the Virkayu gameplay channel, and in this one we are having a look at Viego, why he's popular, why he's strong, how you can basically win any game with him, and of course what happens if you spend too much time ganking and your mid lane are hardcore ints. And I'm not underselling that, we have a flash for flash here, but LeBlanc is at 1.07-0, and Viego is 7-0-0, so how do we play around that, and how do we win the game? Also, you know, when you're wasting time ganking and maybe not doing a 5 camp, 6 camp, what happens if you misjudge the nature of the lanes? When you misjudge the nature of the game and the enemy jungler gets to counter jungle you. So Viego is really popular because he is able to withstand this pressure. You know, he can snowball and scale, and he has that sort of comeback ability with his resets that just a lot of junglers don't have. Rengar is one that comes to mind in terms of, hey, if I snowball, I can win. If I snowball with Kindred, I can win. It's pretty much guaranteed unless you make a mistake. Viego, on the other hand, he doesn't have that same issue if he doesn't get going. Kindred will eventually scale, Rengar will eventually scale, but there's this hole in the game where if you don't get your marks and you don't get really far ahead, it can be kind of difficult. Viego doesn't necessarily have that. So runes are on your screen now, the most common rune set in Korea, whether you're on a Diana train or a Viego train. He gets a little bit of a leash on the red buff. And what's interesting about this is he's actually going to do a 4 camp. Now, if you know that Diana starts here and is going to sequence down, the reason you would ever do a 4 camp or 5 camp, this is an absolutely standard mid lane ward, that they're tracking where you're going now, so they see exactly what he's doing. The only reason you would do these sort of shorter clears is just to get on the map a little sooner than the enemy jungler. It allows you to cut them off, to prevent their game planning, and now they're forced to reset and go to the other side of the map. We have here a Leona Ezreal versus a Gragas Samira, so we want to make sure we get ahead of that lane, because Gragas' CC goes on for years, and Samira's 200 years goes on for infinity. Diana will most likely be sequencing here right now, and so Viego says, you know what, instead of doing the grump and wasting time, I see Lucian is abusing my LeBlanc. I don't like that, I want to help out. So the fact that I told you she's 0-7-0, should make you feel a little bit of pain deep inside your jungle soul. What he does is uses this early ward to track the Diana. I like it while going for the gank. So now you can see any possible counter ganks. We go in, we hit the W, that's very nice. And we are unlucky not to get the kill. Could we potentially use a flash to finish? Yes. But given the fact that we know Diana will be here, you don't really want to do it. So we push the lane out, right? Because Lucian has to back, right? Yeah, We go down to the crab, okay? She is now TPing in spot. She is literally actively trolling. Did you see that? The animation didn't go through, but you would have seen it here. She's actively TPing in the spot because a professional jungler looked to give her some kind of advantage. Now, most of you will know firsthand, let's just see if we spotted the Diana a little briefly, because we want to make sure we see that. Obviously, I can see, that's why I'm paying attention to it. I just want to make sure you guys are paying attention to it, right? Do we get any vision? Just a little bit. Just a little bit of vision, okay? This means we can see straight up from Viego's point of view, she did a full red side, 24 CS, giving away that bottom crab, and now she'll flex into the top side crab. Viego says, okay, I can relax. No, because the Diana now, the LeBlanc now is obviously actively going to end. And a lot of you always tell me, what do I do if I push a wave, push a lane, even if in theory it's correct, my logic is she can reset, get an item advantage, and at least handle herself. What if she disagrees? What if she didn't want that to happen or doesn't understand it? And they troll. How do we carry that game? So hopefully, this gives you a little bit of an insight. Now, here's the downside to doing what Cuz is doing. Yes, he's going into this bush, right? But if it's warded in any capacity, or they suspect something, now you're screwed, all right? They're able to kill it, which is nice, but Diana basically from this, and you don't need to be a 200 IQ genius, I'll just swap the vision while we watch this, she'll be just taking all of your camps, right? You go for this gank, which is great. We burned 2 flashes, or 1 flash rather, and Samira flashes out with cleanse. So, is that a good gank? Yes. But Diana is taking all of our topside stuff. And because Viego knows this, because Cuz understands this, there's no real reason to just disappear for a second. We can try repeat gank, although I'm not a fan of this. You guys know me. Repeat ganks I love, but I love them within the flow of the game, not over-forcing it, because eventually they're going to catch on. Maybe in lower elos you get away with it, but I would have preferred a reset there. Now, what do? You lost your tier 1 Krugs, you lost your tier 2 Raptors. LeBlanc is basically just... She lost her advantage now with her TP troll. And she's gonna feed so much. So, no point going to the top side of the map. We know Dyna most likely took that stuff if you're against a competent jungler. I think even if you're against a weaker jungler, it makes sense to kinda... There you go. It makes sense to kinda assume it's gone. Mostly because your Wolves tier 2 and your Grump tier 2 plus the RNG Crab will greatly exceed any experience you get from doing the first spawn Krugs and the second spawn Raptors, right? So it's 2 camps that are down a level, right? Plus a Crab that's spawning. However, because he didn't do the 5 camp, this is important. It's not up yet. So, right? The calculations. If you did a 5 camp, this is a much better play because your Grump will be up. You can easily sequence upside. You can easily sequence from Raptors down to Wolves, down to the Grump, and take the Scuttle Crab as well, and look to repeat gank bottom lane. All of that is possible. So, Cuz chose to do his Wolves into his Raptors while holding mid lane. Get that experience. Get that experience. Diana showed herself. Alright. Here we go. Level 6 already. Level 6 already. That's a huge advantage over the Viego. Because she showed, though, it gives you a bit of a payoff. And I'm not... You know, here it's okay. I kind of like what he's doing, but as I said, if you really want to check your Raptors, you can go Raptors, Wolves, Crab. You can counter gank this if you want, and you can fall back to your Grump. I think that was a better play to make, even in Challenger, because that anticipation of your Raptors being stolen has to be considered. But you can see the game is not going as you'd wanted. And LeBlanc, with that early TP troll, you know, thinks she knows better. Thinks she knows better. She doesn't, you know. Cuz knows what he's doing. Warded, Diana goes bottom lane again. This is great. Let me just rewind this from a Diana's perspective, right? She just ganked bottom lane, reset, and now because the blue is spawning and she knows Viego's top side, she knows she has total control. The RNG Crab is up, her Krugs are up and available, and she can repeat gank bottom lane. And this is a better idea of what Cuz was trying to do in Viego. So this is a great example of what goes wrong. My goodness. If you were concerned about her nerfs, or like wondering why is she getting nerfed, there you go. Viego spotted here as well. This is not a good early game. This is not a good early game. Obviously the troll doesn't help, but I do think the back timing and power thing was a bit suspicious. So, Diana takes the dragon. We get confirmation of that. This is nice, at least, because these Krugs were secured by the Diana, so I'll take that free boost of experience. The ward is up. We have to clear it. Now, the benefit of this is we have a Malphite who hits 6, and we can chain CC and kill the cannon. So, Diana makes a play bottom side. Diana gets an objective. Don't farm your Krugs and go back to base. Don't, because you can assume that maybe the Diana's probably even... She might even look to take this stuff. So, let's just repeat gank bottom... there. Let's repeat gank top lane. Excuse me. Getting tongue-tied today. And then go back to base afterwards. Diana decided to go do her blue. We can see this. We don't know that she did this until... Very good. I was worried that she's going to hold the lane, and then I was going to tell you it's not always the best to hold the lane if you want to remain hidden. Good, she didn't, because now she can just go straight to this without any indicator, right? And Kaz has to go straight to his blue to make sure he secures that. Overall, not so bad. We're still in the game. Lucian kills a block again. Diana's going to get the objective ping pong control from the Herald and the Dragon. Viego here, nice counter gank. Really, really bad dive. Really bad dive. And again, didn't do his Grump first, ladies and gentlemen. Said, hey, look, dump bottom lane. I'm just going to rotate over and cut off the dive. So that's great. This is what you're looking for. These early games, you see, it didn't go well, did it? But he didn't feed. He just took what he could get from the map. Made a passing mistake or didn't consider something. It's okay. Just don't feed. Keep your head about you. Now, Diana obviously took the Herald. Goes top lane here to try and kill the Malphite who doesn't have his R up. Viego could, in theory, and I think it's a nice idea, look to go counter jungling after this bottom lane gank. They both died. You know it's all available. You know it's all available because the Diana doesn't have a red buff on her, but again, if it's warded, which it is, and their bottom lane comes out first and Lucian has prio, you get collapsed on and killed. So this is the safe pathing route. And you can see from the timeline, all we're doing is biding time. Look, what's the vision control here too? I mean, it's absolutely nuts. But you see how he kites it into the bush, make sure he has safety in case he is spotted and he can get out of a bad situation. Hold the mid lane again. There we go. Nice CS for a jungler. We lost the last one, but that's fine. RNG crab on the bottom side. This is risky. Lucian's most likely resetting. But Dinah will be on the field and have bot prior. So here we go. So he could look to try and counter gank this. And I think this is something, when you see her, you could look to do. But if we have a lot of gold in pocket, which he did, excuse me, there you go. 4,000 gold total here, Divine Sundra finished. So what you can do is, look, maybe I can sneak the crab, scan, check the vision, see her, understand you can't take that fight. If you can't take the fight, do reset, buy your Sundra. She's obviously going to activate this, and now go straight to the bottom lane for the counter gank. Here we go. Make sure you watch your entrance. That's one reset. Dinah's ult actually doesn't really do much of anything. Here we go, baby. And that is why junglers love Viego. Because if you were TP from Cannon, but we're Viego. Who do you think you are? You rat or raccoon? Oh, he just got it. We get the reset here. Maybe we can get the, maybe we can stun the Grugs as well. That should be another kill. 6-0. 4 kills. Just from that one sequence. And that is the beauty of Viego, and that is why everyone loves to play it from the jungle, because you have these messy games, and even if you're not feeling it, right? Even if you're not feeling it, you can still pop off with one good pathing rotation, and that's just so nice, you know? It's so nice. It's the best way to put it. Lee Sin's kind of the same, Rengar's kind of the same. There are some other junglers you could use. Actually, you could do anything. You could do that with any jungler, let's be honest. But it's just Viego provides a lot more snowball potential. Now, the back positions, excuse me, not back timings, although those are important as well. The back positionings are crucial. You see top lane, he just hovers around this nook, and then he goes back to base. Here, he just hovers around this nook, and he goes back to base. Out of vision, no way to be interrupted, doesn't have to waste time walking all the way back to some kind of safety zone. He just uses the gaps in fog of war, which is why junglers need to understand that. Now, that was great. That was cool. We enjoy. 7-0-0. Here comes the moment of destiny. Bot lane swapped with the... Well, not bot lane, but the Leona decided to roam up to join the Malphite. We do have an objective. In these games, when you're losing out on tempo with objectives, please head directly to the crucial moment where they can start to super control the game. You know? She goes Dragon, Herald, Dragon, and your LeBlanc is straight inting. Let's observe. Then you can really... It's not even hiding it. Is this just soft inting or straight inting? I'm unsure at this point. Like, she's kind... Well... Okay, so she's straight inting. There's no ways that is a functioning attempt to play the game. Viego basically says, you know what, if you're going to int, and this is crucial again, let him have that tower, you know? We don't mind them taking this. Because you can't really fight it. So just make sure you get something, right? Sneak that objective away before they realize what's going on, and now you can get out with your E. Don't necessarily fight unless you're a very, very confident man. Which I think Viego is, but we wouldn't know because Riot's writers for the event just basically made him feel weird. Made the rest of us feel weird too. And if you main Rengar, you know what I mean. Didn't realize Rengar was a stuffed animal. That was, see, that's a benefit right there of low ping. Dinah flashes, Ezreal out flashes her, now she dies. Low ping on the Korean server, although, to be honest, at my old apartment, I had 9 ping on EU West from Belgium, so it is possible to have it other way, in other countries, in other regions. Just, you know, proximity to server is kind of important. That was nice. Again, we cannot hold this. They're ranged, we are Viego, yes, we're fed, but as you can see, it's better for us to simply pick off the split pusher, someone who isn't playing the game, who is free food, right? When you're starving and someone offers you a hamburger, you say, all right, thanks. When you are starving and someone offers you a hamburger, you don't say, no, I'd like some caviar, you know? And in this case, the mid lane champions that are really fed are the caviar, and the Samira is the burger. Enjoy the burger, get strong, get fed, and then when you have the strength to fight someone over their caviar, you can do so. I have no idea where that came from. I guess it's dinner time. I have to wait though first. Out of base, straight to the bottom side. Ezreal is taking a blue. Yeah. You know, we already have one Troller. Why activate another? Asshole. Wolves into Grump. RNG Crab on the bottom side. We do see that Diana's pushing the top lane tower. And here now we are strong enough with the Wit's End. Beautiful item, absolutely beautiful item, to be able to kill the Lucian. Leona's also rotating up. Oh, that was glorious. That was nice. Again, low ping helping, but you can do that. Anticipation plays are not ping reliant as much as reaction plays. Turns the fight straight into the... I'm going to rewind this in a second because this is absolutely crucial for junglers and anyone to understand skirmishing, right? This is suddenly a 2v2. You're running away from this, right? You see the Gragas. Now, most of you are going to go on the Gragas, right? You think, oh, level 7. Dude's drinking Kool-Aid, and I can take him out. Problem is, your Leona isn't able to do so, but she can turn very easily onto the Kennen. As long as you focus the same target, because they're split, you will win the fight. And a lot of people in low elo don't follow this, don't track the movement on the map while this is happening. You're giving up a Herald for it, so we need to change our focus, kill the rat, become the rat, chase down the drunkard. LeBlanc has a little bit more hope in humanity. Oh, look, I was trolling because I don't want to win, I don't care, but now I kind of do. Actually, you know, it wasn't true, I do want to win, but I just want to be carried because you upset me level 3. Disgusting. Viego. Viego. You see what you can do solo with Viego? He's gone the shield... Oh. For a second I was like, he's gone shield bow. I'm pretty sure I saw Divine Sunray at Wit's End. It always weirds me out in replays. The difference between Invis and Camouflage with that control ward, unfortunately. And now we are strong enough and ahead enough to actually just invade and do whatever we want. And this is the crucial phase of the game, right? You spent 16 minutes withstanding the shitstorm of LeBlanc's low IQ capabilities. You've managed to survive the Diana's objective control and farming tempo. I mean, 143 to 127 is not a huge lead, but look at the gold amount, 6-7, 9-7. You have a 3,000 gold lead over the enemy jungler because she did not use her lead appropriately. Oh no, she took your level 1 Krugs. Oh no, she took my level 2 my second spawn Raptors. My mid lane's inting. Oh no. Instead of whining about it, carry the game. Now you do have to remember that as a team, as a unit, the game's kind of equal and it's all on you. So if they fully commit with LeBlanc bottom side and no TP, this engage is fine. This target selection, excuse me, is fine, but you're in a 5v4. And if everyone rotates over, Cannon ult, the Diana ult, the Lucian ult, and you die. You know, this is huge. And you give shutdown away as well. So in those situations, once again, just like the dragon and the tower, sometimes it's okay to say, you know what, I have a Troller, let him have the Herald, I'm just going to secure my bag in my jungle, I can push this out as well, I can reset it, at least maybe we can try and fight for this, because we'll be a little bit stronger, and that's all you're looking for. But now you've given them 1,000 gold shutdown, and that's not obviously optimal, but c'est la vie, and as always, you're allowed at least one throw. I give you this. Straight to the dragon. Don't farm on the way. Straight to the dragon. Straight. No one actually takes the Herald. If you win those fights as blue team, please secure the Herald. Because... Okay, good. I feel like they could have gotten Herald and Drake. I don't know. Maybe. But obviously, when I'm watching this in a bit of a live view situation, I'm not pausing to break down every single possibility. Ideally, though, if you're the blue team, please do look for that. LeBlanc is just rage splitting at this point. Although she's been doing that the whole game. She's probably really annoyed we accidentally gave her 3 assists. Use your E to circumvent any vision. Oh, hello, sir. Can I interest you in death? Or, you know, being frozen for no particular reason in a room that we can access by a portal and might even be revived whenever applicable for Riot's lore team. If you know, you know. But this is fine. We'll take this. You see how strong we are right now? Level 13 to level 12 once again. We're going to go into the Sterak's Gauge third. They do have Kennen, Diana, Gragas. It's a lot of magic resist. So the early attack speed plus magic protection is really huge. And obviously on hit Viego we enjoy. We do enjoy. And then you can go Steraks afterwards. Scan and trap. LeBlanc might draw pressure accidentally. And if they do respond to her pressure, instead of just winning 5v4, then you win the game, right? This is something in low elo that people don't seem to understand. This is the fight. This is it. We have LeBlanc. She accidentally wants to play the game. For some reason, Diana's flanking really, really badly. That was a really horrific positioning by that jungler. And again, this will happen in all your ranked games. If it does happen, focus her, kill her. Don't worry about the back line. Once you kill the Diana, you can change and chase. Chain CC. Do we want to become the Gragas? No, we don't want to become the Gragas. He's useless. I want to be Viego. That's something also. You don't always have to become someone else if you don't need the healing specifically. Ult over the wall. Become the cannon because we need chase down for the range. Use your ult to gap close. Stun. Orders and Qs are all we need to finish him off. Become the Lucian again. Samira's diving the back line there. Oh, very nice. Samira, just casual kills there. But Viego does all the chase down work. LeBlanc got a kill and an assist. She's livid. Hates it. Hopefully you can see. There's 3 crucial fights. As long as you position yourself as Viego or whatever snowball champion you have and wait for your moment to go in and try not to throw that sort of 1000 gold shutdown away freely, you can easily carry any game. But this is why Viego is just absolutely so popular. If you snowball from great pathing and good decision making and your team's with you, you just auto win the game if you play properly. And if you're behind, you can still carry. Right. I didn't even see that. I don't always look at this stuff. I try and keep some stuff fresh. But the Gale Force LeBlanc, huh? Fascinating. Don't recommend, but at this point, she doesn't deserve the win. And I understand your sentiments towards this, but there's just nothing they can do. If you want to win this game from this Baron, usually Koreans FF at this stage, I think they might. I did cover in a recent video, I'll link it below, a macro section at the end, what you should do in this situation if they don't surrender. It's timestamped so you can click it and then get a breakdown on that. I don't want to do it every video, but here they're going to try and contest because LeBlanc's bottom side, right? And they know you have 4, so they'll try and go in, make sure you hit that smite and win this fight. Don't get shut down. Don't get shut down. Played very well. That was a great stopwatch. Really, really useful. The early GA, actually, it's not an early GA, but the... just gave up. The GA that you get after Steraks really is strong if you're snowballing because, as you see, the only way they win this game is if you die in that Baron, you lose the Baron, and you're not able to get the closing macro moments in the game to sort of just win it because you die. But if you're by the stopwatch, you can survive any sort of cheese event, survive through it, don't need the GA, and you can win. That's why that years ago with the Warrior GA rush and jump and same thing, just snowball so hard, rush a GA second, there's no ways they kill you twice. They'll kill you once maybe, and they burn the GA, but they don't kill you twice. So it's a good idea to think about that as well. There you have it. Hopefully an interesting game about how to carry an Inter. She didn't really try. She was passive-aggressively trying at the end, I think. I don't know. There's no hope for LeBlanc, but there's a lot of hope for Kaz. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like, share, and comment if you did enjoy and learn something. Head to the main channel for more effects. Subscribe to this channel for more lengthy stuff. Have a good weekend, and as always, I will see you all in the next tutorial. Beards.